Hello, historic aerial users. We are back, and this is a video on the subscriber features. We're going to go over some of them and show you how to utilize your credits. If you're a subscriber and are struggling with the process, hopefully this will help a little bit. Um, as you can see, we're in the viewer here, and it's as simple as just selecting aerial, pick a year, whatever year you would like. Depending on your location, this will drastically vary in the amount of coverage we have. Um, this is here in Tempe, Arizona, and we have quite a bit of years to choose from. Not all years, not all areas are the same, but we are adding imagery constantly. So keep an eye out. We'll always have more for you later. In regards to how the subscriber features work, um, we'll touch on some of the stuff that's general real quick. As you can see, we also have topographic maps or topographic maps, pronounce it how you like, and we're adding some atlases as well. But the big things are like the comparison tools. These are available to anyone where you can utilize a compare feature and see what one year looks like compared to another. This is the spotlight, and this is our automatic swipe features. These are all available to every standard user, whether you're a subscriber or not. The benefit of the subscriber is you got a much bigger window, no ads in your way. The watermarks are a lot less obnoxious, and then there's some features that we'll get into now that you can see. As you can also see, these features like the road layers, the counties, and city information, that's also all available to any standard user. So let's go ahead and jump into the subscriber features. And something that you'll notice if you subscribe is your buttons are going to change. You'll go from having one button up here to three. And I'll show you what each of those does. First is the scale option. As you can see, if you click it, it automatically goes to 1 to 100. And I'm going to turn off all these other things so it's a little less cluttered. 1 to 100 feet, it automatically selects your area based on where your center point was. If you searched, you can search an address, you can search a coordinate, you can search a landmark. Um, from there, you can choose to do like a 1 to 200, 1 to 500, all the way up to 1 to 1,000 scale. And you can still zoom in when you get to these higher ones. You'll see the gray box just increases based on where your zoom level is, but it's still keeping it at that 1 to 1,000 feet option. The most utilized button is actually this one, and I think it's unintentional. It's the rectangle button, and people use this because it's what the arrow points at. However, as you can see, you can select a rectangle, but it limits your options as a subscriber. You will not see some of the buttons, and I'm going to save this as an example so we can show you the difference between this and if we choose something with a square. So once this goes through, I'm going to hop back to the viewer and we're going to use the square tool. And as you can see, you obviously have to select a year first. The second button in the square tool, this is probably the one that should be used the most and the one I would recommend sticking with, unless you're specifically needing something at a very specified scale. So we'll save this one to the gallery, call it test 3. And once this is saved, you'll see the difference. So as you can see here with the rectangle option, these buttons are grayed out. The PDF builder and the JPEG download options, you don't see them. They're not available to you. You can't do anything. With the square tool, they're not. So let's see what the options are here. I'll compare and contrast the two for you. If you select the JPEG downloads, as you can see, the first one you're going to download is the 1995 layer. It's going to utilize 2 credits because it's older than 2000. And if if you scroll down, you can see all of the years that we have available in this location are now listed, and in parentheses it lists what the credits cost are. So you can just highlight, say you want multiple years to add to your selection, and as you do that, your credits will increase based on how many images you're downloading. Once you've figured out which ones you want, you can click the download selected images to a zip archive, and as you can see, they come into this zip folder. If I click on that, depending on how your system's set up, you may have to unzip the folder to actually be able to open these up and see them. Other systems, it won't be a problem. It really depends on your personal settings on your computer. Um, that's something you'll have to figure out, and if you need help, give us a call. We can try and help you through it. But as you see, as I go through and open each of these, it will show you each different year. And up here in the corner, there's a seal that has what year it is that's available. The seal can also be moved. If you go to your dashboard, there's a setting for this. You can move it to any of the four corners, or you can turn it off completely and have an unmarked image. But that's basically the simplicity of downloading imagery with your credit system. Is you save the area once, choose the different years you would like, and then go ahead and download them in one big zip folder. You have them all ready to go. If you have your own template for a report, you can go ahead and drop them right on in there and just print them off. Um, the other option is the PDF builder. So it's the same exact image, but you can utilize the PDF builder. Okay, now that we're in here, we have our image and we would like to show off some of these annotations. All you have to do is toggle them on, and you can select anything like the polygon and choose an area. You can drag it in whatever shape you would like, and once you hit escape, it will save the way it is. Obviously, that's a little drastic and probably unlike anything anyone would use, so we'll do something. Let's say we just want to select a certain area, put a perimeter around it, and there we go. You can then click on it again and change the color, or you can change the color before you start drawing, but you get the idea. You can add that to it. You can also do things like draw an arrow, and sometimes you got to figure out which way this thing's going to point. You may want to move it afterwards. Uh, I have yet to figure that out. I always do it the opposite way of the one I want to, but you get the idea, and you'll probably learn it better than I will soon. You can add things such as text boxes, and you can type whatever you want to type. Uh, Once you have selected out of there, you can choose it again at any time and change what you've written, or you can resize as you would like. You can change the font size and put it wherever you need to. Um, you get the idea. There's options to add things like contours, elevations, roads, and such like that. Any of those can be added, and colors can be changed, and that will show up on your map. The whole point of this, the idea of this, is you save your area once, you annotate your image once, but then you can implement that into any and every image that you decide you want from that location, all with the click of a few buttons. So you don't have to do this over and over again. If you have your own template, you're probably doing it one time and you just want to drop the photos in. If that's the case, just download the JPEGs or the photos only and put them in your own template. If you don't have that option, you can utilize ours, and this is how you do it. So let's show you how to save an annotation. So to do so, you click on this Save Load option right here, and we're just going to name this annotation. Well, this one's annotation 1. Call it whatever you want. If you want to say perimeter, polygon, site name, whatever you feel like calling it, that's what you should do. And then just click the Save option. So once you've done that, as you can see, we now have a annotation 1. So if I click on another year, this correlates between back and forth over and over again. But let's say that let's save what we've done first before I do this. Let's say that I don't finish today and I want to leave and come back later. I can come back to this image and it will load up blank as it did before, but again, you click the I to set the annotations up, and you can see you can go in here and load annotations. So it will bring them back. You'll see what you did before. You can continue to work from it and then save it again. You get to save up to 3 annotations for one photo. So be careful. Don't mess up too many times, or you're gonna have to start all over with a whole new photo by saving it again into your gallery. You only get three saves on the annotations. Once you're done with that, it's pretty great. All you have to do is click the print button, and you can go from there and just go down through here and choose whichever photos it is you would like to include in your downloads. So I'm just going to go grab one from each decade, and from there, we're checking the include box. If you'd like the seal up in the corner, you can add it. If you don't want it, you don't have to. I'm going to leave one off here so we can show you the difference. And then if you want your annotations, you also need to go choose that annotation for each image you decide to include. If you don't want the annotations, then don't include them. So we've added them on a few, we've left them off on a few, just as an example to show you how this works. And we have a couple options. We can download the PDF or download the images. If you do download images, you'll get a zip folder with all of those image files that you've selected in with the annotations included on the image. I'm just going to go ahead and download the PDF. It'll show you a similar example, just it'll have the map and the compass rose and everything included with it. So as you can see, it's now downloading this PDF for me. And here we go. These are the 7 photos that I selected with the include checkboxes, and every one that I chose to add the annotations to have them. As you can see, this image has the seal with the year listed. This one does not because I didn't check the include the seal. This one does, and it has the annotations, but this has nothing. I didn't check to include the seal or the annotations, so they're not showing up. Gives you an idea of the different options you have available. And as you can see, the change in this area is absolutely crazy. This was our site in the 90s, and now this is in the 67. You can also see down here in each page you will have a source and the date range of when those photos were taken for that area, and then a current map of the approximate location. In case you're kind of losing your way, the map's there to help kind of keep you realize where you're at. You can print these, you can save that PDF, but you now have a report-ready PDF that you've annotated with your information to make the site location the way you need it to be for whatever report or study you're doing. This is here to help you guys make your life a lot easier and a lot less work. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can reach us at support@historicaerials.com, or you can give us a call. Look at the number on the contact us section of the page. And again, thank you for watching. We appreciate it.